Hey, I just wanted to shoot a quick video before it got too dark here. So, just kind of update. I took out the carpet in the pickup truck, and I'll show you how kind of that works. Let's see. You can spot the front because it's got the foot pad right there, and it was pretty nice in that most of the carpet, they did a lot of, well, I don't know, maybe this was from before, but I noticed that they cut slots in some spots, so you didn't have to, like here's a slot cut out. So a lot of the parts just came out reasonably well, and I've seen a lot of carpets where they didn't do that, and it's very hard to get them out. Most of these holes are things like that's the seat holes, went there and there, and these bigger holes in the back are just like for the where the seat belt went. And even though you took those out, I took those off, you know, they cut slots in there so you could move it around a lot, so that really helped out. I'll show you the cab. So turn on the light here. So the seats are all just in here loose. I just wanted to make sure they didn't get rained on, but you know, so like those are the bolts that held the back seat down, and there's kind of another view. There's just junk on the ground that's in the back of the cab. I had to take off. Ouch! Oops, sorry. So they had these little plastic deals, and they just had pop-out rivets, like body panel type thing. And these just went over. Make sure I'm zoomed out. These just went over the slots. So this took the longest, just because the plastic deals were hard to get out. Some didn't want to come out because they're pretty old. So I had to pull a couple of them out. But they're just holding with like plastic push-in type pins. And once you take the pins off, then you take this plastic cover off. And there was clips on the carpet that kind of clipped in here, and here I can show you that in just a minute. But so you just undo that. First thing I did was took my seats out, and then you will probably have to take off like your center panel, and also on the this you can lift up the shifter, and then it just came off and I lifted it over the shifter. So it was all pretty straightforward. There was a foot piece, I don't know if I got it around here, that, you know, that footrest, and I've seen this on like Hondas and stuff. It just pressed in onto these, and so you just pull it off. And that's about it. It was just pretty straightforward. You just take any place you encounter resistance, and there was only, it felt like there was some Velcro somewhere, but it was glued down in spots, and I just pulled it up off of it. Trying to see if you can kind of see where the glue held a little bit, like right there. And it was pretty old, so I don't know how much. Oh, I did have to take off these side pieces. They're just held in by like 4 screws, maybe 3, and then you just pull them out of these clip spots. And yeah, it's not too hard to do. Anyway, so what I got to do now is I'm just gonna, when I get some time, I'm gonna pull the chairs and everything out, and then I'll wash the inside of this. And I'm right now, oops, need to turn off that dome light. Right now I'm in the process of using Super Clean. It's a really good product. I'll put a link in that when I get some time. You just spray that on there, let it soak in a little bit, and then hose it off. And I did one treatment. It was pretty dirty, so I need to go over it a couple times. And you can find clean spots that were like covered. This is kind of like, it's probably dark so it doesn't show up well, but so you want to find a spot that was clean so you kind of know what color you're supposed to achieve. Like here it's really dark from the mud and stuff, so when I get the whole thing that color I'll know I'm done. Oh, those here's the back. See, it has these little clip things in it. They just slide out, and apparently on the back there was some too, so just watch for those if the carpet around the edges hold up. Anyways, that's about it. Maybe this video might help somebody out. They decide to take out their carpet. It's not too difficult. It's not really easy, but it's definitely doable. Anyways, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and thank you for watching.